Welcome to the Deep Dive. Today we're shining a light on something we often take for granted, the darkness of night.
And how artificial light is really changing it.
Exactly. We've got this great study guide here, and our mission really is to give you a clear understanding of light pollution.
You know, what causes it, its effects, some are quite surprising, and importantly, what we can actually do.
Yeah, think of this as your quick guide to getting up to speed on this whole issue.
It's definitely more than just, not being able to see the stars as well. This affects so much.
Right. So this guide, it breaks light pollution down. Four main types. First, sky glow.
Mm-hmm. That's the big one. That sort of orangey haze you see over cities.
Yeah, blots out the cosmos. Then there's glare, just that awful blinding light from, say, a badly angled security lamp.
Causes real discomfort and light trespass.
That's the unwanted stuff, right? Light spilling into your bedroom window when you're trying to sleep.
Exactly. And the last one is clutter.
Oh, yeah, like those messy groups of really bright signs, sort of visually chaotic.
It is. And what's interesting, the guide points out, is that these often come from similar root causes.
Like streetlights.
Definitely streetlights, especially the older kinds, the unshielded ones that just throw light absolutely everywhere, upwards, sideways.
Wasted light. And outdoor advertising comes up, too. Billboards, bright signs.
Obvious sources, yeah. Plus, just the sheer volume of light from buildings, from homes,
Right.
often left on when they don't need to be, security lights, decorative lights.
And it's not just that we use light, but how? The guide mentions poorly designed fixtures, unshielded ones.
Huge part of it, they just scatter light instead of directing it where it's needed. And simple overuse too much light, or leaving it on too long.
It all ends up. Okay, so let's get into the effects. The environmental cost sounds, well, pretty serious.
It really is. It creates this domino effect in ecosystems. Think about nocturnal wildlife.
Right.
Their whole world is disrupted. Bird migration, for instance. They use stars, the moon. Bright city lights can completely throw them off course.
Wow, and I read about sea turtles, too.
Oh, yeah. The hatchlings, they instinctively crawl towards the brightest horizon. That should be the moonlit ocean.
It ends up being.
Street lights, building lights, inland.
Oh.
So they head the wrong way. It's tragic, really. Makes them vulnerable.
And even things like fireflies?
Even fireflies, they use light signals to find mates. Too much ambient light just drowns them out.
That's incredible. And it hits closer to home for us humans, too, doesn't it?
Yeah.
The guide talks about health impacts.
Oh, absolutely. This is crucial. Our exposure to light, especially at night, it messes with our internal body clock, our circadian rhythm.
How so?
Well, it interferes with producing melatonin. That's the hormone that regulates sleep.
Ah.
So
Okay.
the studies are linking this nighttime light exposure to increased risks of insomnia, stress, potentially even longer-term health issues.
And isn't there something about the color of the light, too? Like blue light?
Yes, exactly. The research increasingly suggests that blue-rich white light has a stronger effect on suppressing melatonin compared to warmer tones.
And then there's the obvious one for anyone who likes stargazing.
Astronomy, yeah. Forget seeing the Milky Way from most cities. But it's more than just casual viewing. It seriously hinders scientific research.
Limits what we can learn about the universe.
Yeah.
And tied into all this is just sheer waste, right?
Yeah.
Energy waste.
That's a huge point. All that light pointing upwards or spilling sideways, that's wasted electricity. Plain and simple.
More pollution, higher costs, just inefficient.
Totally inefficient.
Okay, so it sounds pretty bad, but what can we actually do? The guide seems hopeful, offers practical steps.
It does, and many are quite straightforward. First up, fully shielded light fixtures.
Meaning you'll point the light down.
Exactly. Down where you need it. Minimal light escapes up or out. It's such a simple design principle, but really effective.
Makes sense. And motion sensors. Timers.
Also key. Why have a light burning all night if it's only needed when someone walks by? Use light only when and where it's necessary.
Smart. And choosing warmer colored lights. You mentioned the blue light issue.
Right. Opting for warmer, amber hues is generally better. Less disruptive for wildlife, and less disruptive for our own sleep patterns.
And the easiest one?
Just turn off unnecessary lights, indoors and out. It sounds basic, but it makes a difference.
Beyond our own homes, the guide mentions supporting broader efforts.
Yeah, like dark sky initiatives. These groups advocate for better lighting policies and supporting local ordinances that promote responsible outdoor lighting. Community action matters.
So let's wrap this up. Light pollution. It's complex. It hits ecosystems, our health, astronomy, our energy bills.
A really multifaceted problem. But the encouraging part is that there are concrete actions we can take.
Right? It doesn't feel quite as overwhelming as some other environmental issues.
Yeah.
Individuals can make changes, communities can adopt better standards.
Absolutely. And, it's interesting to think about the collective impact.
What do you mean?
Well, consider just one simple change you could make. Maybe switching your porch light to a shielded fixture or putting it on a timer. Now, imagine if lots of people did that. Your whole street, your whole town. Think about what that collective shift could mean.
Yeah.
For the stars you can see overhead, for the owls or bats in your local park, maybe even for how well you sleep. It's a powerful thought, isn't it? How small, responsible lighting choices could ripple outwards.